Hello and welcome everybody. Today is the day 16 of our Smart 25 Days challenge, and today we are going to make a sponsorship smart contract. This smart contract will help the organizations to receive the sponsorships, and it will try to avoid the hassles while receiving which the organizations usually face while receiving the sponsorships. So let's start making it. Okay. Looks cool. Let's declare the contract called as sponsorship only. Sponsorship. And let's declare the state variables, which will include the address of the sponsor, publicly available sponsor, okay, address of the organizing team, and that should be payable because they need to receive the funds. Public organizing team. Okay. And then public sponsorship amount. Let's call this as amount. Then public event sponsorship duration as duration, or let's make it a sponsorship only. The um, should be sponsorship amount. mm, Sponsorship duration. Then event public is the contract expired, as the contract expired, uh, and contract to show the duration at, at the time at which the contract will expire. The expiration, okay, and then a boolean complete called as is complete. So has the uh, okay, the event has been complete or not, to check that. So these are the state variables, and we would be declaring some events too, and those events would be when the sponsorship payment has been received and when the contract is complete. So let's make them event called as sponsorship sponsorship received. I will receive interest next via sponsorship sponsor, okay, new event completed. Modifier only sponsor. Let's make some modifiers. SPON SOR. So if you guys are not able to follow anything, or if you are confused with what is going on, so please watch my previous videos. Okay. In those videos, I have explained everything in detail, and it would be surely of great help to you. And till now, what we have done, just to make it more clear, we have declared some state variables which I would be using in this contract. Okay. And here I have declared these events which we would be meeting at the appropriate places, and now we are declaring some modifiers so that we may not need to repeat the code again and again. Okay. To avoid writing the same code again and again, we make these modifiers. Sponsor, and let's make this only sponsor, and only the sponsor can form this section. Okay. Stop. Then after this, we need to underscore. Okay, so I modify only sponsor is complete. Now make another modifier called as only organizing team. for the organizing team. In the required condition in this to be inserted lots in the should be only organizing. Doesn't only the organizing team can perform this. Organizing team can perform this. Okay. Looks cool. And now we are done with the modifiers. And now we need to move on to our constructor. Okay. Constructor. And for this constructor, okay, the parameters which it would be taking are the address of the sponsor and sponsor. So a constructor is a special function, which is only executed by once while the deployment of the smart contract. So organizing team and sponsorship amount, sponsorship amount, and unit sponsorship duration. Sure. Okay. So our constructor function will take these the parameters and now we'll set them to sponsor would be the sponsor. This will be value received by the deployer. Organizing team will be organizing team this. Okay. Sponsorship amount. Sponsorship amount. Okay, sponsorship amount. This one. Yes. Okay. And contract. Expiration. New block dot timestamp plus sponsorship duration. Okay. This duration would be in seconds. Just for the sake of this smart contract for this testing and all. So I have kept it in this about seconds only. You can change it. Okay. So now you see sponsorship duration. So the sponsorship duration is this one. Okay. And sponsorship amount. Okay. Okay. So this thing is sponsorship amount and contract this is so sponsorship duration equals to sponsorship sponsorship and contract expiration should be okay. So that okay, looks cool. So now let us move on to the functions and we need to declare some functions which would be the function to make a payment. This would be used by the organizer. Okay. So what will happen in this case is that while using this smart contract, the organizer will first of all make a payment of the promised sponsorship. Okay. And that amount would be then stored into the balance of this smart contract. And after the duration of the event has passed and the event has taken place, what will happen? The organizing team will mark we will make another function called as to complete the contract or to complete the event. Okay, so they by using that function they will mark that this event has now been complete And so after the event has been complete, the sponsor would be allowed to make to use a function called as release funds. So after a particular event has successfully been organized, the organizer will just click on that function release funds, and the funds would be given to the organizing team. Okay, and that's the main functions which we will be using. And we can make another function to get the detail about the contract. But as everything is public, so that can be easily visible, but we can make another function, okay, to get a getter function to just get the details about the contract. So let's first of all make the complete this function, okay, make payment. And the required condition should be that the message dot value sent by the, okay, so sent by the sponsor, because we have used this only sponsor modifier here only, should be equal to the sponsorship amount. Okay. Otherwise, we'll say invalid amount. Neither less, neither more. Meant amount. Okay. Looks cool. So this is it. And now let's make another function called as complete contract. Okay. And external only organizing team. Okay, and this will first of all check that there should be there should be first of all that there should be some balance into this smart contract. Okay, so that means the payment has been made and the smart contract's balance is not empty. And another thing is that the duration of the event has passed there. Okay, so we will just check address this balance should not be equal to 0. Otherwise, we will say form slash it is not yet received. Okay, and so yes, it makes it clear that if this condition is true, that means that the contract's balance is not equal to 0. Okay, then proceed further. Otherwise, show this. Okay, so if this condition is true only. So yes, we want that the balance should be something, and that should be the sponsorship amount. And then another thing to check is that required uh, s- block dot timestamp is fast. Timestamp is equal to correct expiration. Okay. Otherwise, we'll say that contract duration, uh, duration is not yet completed, and that's it. And the math is completed as true now. And with the event, commit on completed. That's it. And let's make another function. These ones. External in response. The required condition would be that the event should have been test complete. Right. Otherwise, contract has not completed. Okay. And then just transfer organizing dot transfer, and the value would be address this dot balance. This dot this balance. Okay. And so this is the transfer of funds. Okay, and then after that we can emit the event sponsorship receive sponsor. Okay, and the amount would be this. So that's it for this release funds function. And now let's make another task function, get a function to get the details of the contract. And view and returns. It will return an address. It will return an address and the address of the authorizing team. Address, then unit. Okay, so unit, unit, okay, and that's it. So in the function, we just return sponsor, yes, sponsor, and organizing team, then sponsorship amount, then sponsorship duration. Okay, then contract expiration. Okay, contract expiration. Then is complete. Is it complete or not? And then just okay. So that's it for this function too. And looks like our smart contract is now complete. So guys, let's just test it out. Just compile and try to run it. Okay. Um, this is being compiled. Okay, let's try to deploy it. So the address of the sponsor would be, so let's say this person is the sponsor. So let's copy the address. And the organizing team is, let's say, this one. So they are organizing, and the amount is, let us say, 0.28. Okay. And the sponsorship duration, let us say, just for testing it out, let us say 26. Okay. So let's transact it and let us see what will happen. Okay. So the first of all, the sponsor will make the promised payment. Okay, that is this amount, and let us just make this. Okay, and then he tries to make the payment. So the payment of 0.2 ETH has been received in this smart contract. And now the organizing team is assured that yes, their sponsorship is in the smart contract. And so what will happen is they will do the work, and after some time, the organizing team will just make sure that to mark this as complete. Okay, so they will mark it as complete, and once they have marked this as complete, this make payment function would be called by the organizer, and the organizer will see, okay, they have just done their work, and then he or she will just make this payment. And so okay, so sorry, not make this payment. He or she will just call this release funds function. Okay, because the make payment function was for the initial for when they wanted to send the promised sponsorship to this smart contract, and once they have done that, they will call this release funds. Okay, release funds function, and now you can see. the funds have been transferred to the organizing team's account. And that's all from this smart contract. You can test it out. So there is one task which you all can do. Okay. That task is that in this scenario, we have not yet implemented a case of a dispute. Okay. Say in a dispute, what will happen is the organizer has made the payment and the balances in this smart contract, but say the organizing team has not performed the task as they promised. So in that case, there can be a dispute, and you can just try to just implement and test that case, and how you can implement a specific function to handle that case in case of a dispute. And you can try to approach that problem, and you can test this smart contract and play with it, and you can always add some additional functionalities to it. So that's all from my side, guys. If you like the video, then please like, share, and subscribe. And I will meet you on the day 17. Till then, bye bye.